Today's game of On Deck Baseball, we're going to start right with the Knights schedule with game one. So that is going to bring the Knights up against the Phantoms. The Knights will be the away team. Phantoms will be the home team. And this will start off a series of gameplay videos I'm hoping to do to demonstrate a little bit of work in the schedule, playing through the schedule and showing you how the pitchers will react to days off, days rest, pitching tired, and just ordinary gameplay functions. So look forward to playing a game. Looking forward to a nice contest against the Knights, or the Knights against the Phantoms. All right, so our matchup today is going to consist of the Knights against the Phantoms, like I said. Again, the Knights are the away team, Phantoms are the home team. Our pitchers today, taking the mound for the Phantoms, will be Lorenzo Correa. He's a pretty good pitcher. He's actually, I believe, the number 3 or number 4 on the Phantoms pitching rotation. The Phantoms have a very good pitching rotation. Morgan Young will be pitching for the Knights. I believe he is the number 4 starter for the Knights. An average pitcher. The Knights have a pretty decent pitching rotation, but not as strong as the Phantoms. So, starting off for the Knights, leading off for the Knights is Tommy Alcova. I'll bring the pitcher down so you can see. Tommy Alcova is a right-handed batter. Correa is a right-handed pitcher, so it's righty versus righty. He's a 3 against a right-handed pitcher. Correa is a -5 against the right-handed batter, so it's a -2 on the pitcher-batter confrontation roll. That is going to bring it down to a 5. That will be a pitcher's card. A 2-2 is going to be a strikeout. That brings up George Gabriel, another 3 against a right-handed pitcher, -5 against the right-handed batter that Gabriel is. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 4-2 is a strikeout as well. Last game, we struck out the side in the top of the first to see if that happens again. All right, Callahan is a 4 against a right-handed pitcher, -5 against the right-handed batter again. The -1 applied to the roll is a 9, so that'll be a batter's card. 10-4. Let's see, 10-4 is a walk. So Callahan reaches base with a 2-out walk. And that brings up the big lefty, Joe Garland, who hit a home run in the previous game that I did. So he bats lefty. Correa against the left-handed batter is a -3. And Garland against the right-handed pitcher is a 5. So it's a +2 on the roll. And that only brings it to a 4, which is a pitcher's card. A 6-4 is a strikeout. So Garland does strike out. So 3 strikeouts in the first inning. They are not consecutive, though, so he did give up the walk. He does not get an automatic +1 like the pitcher did in the last game. Billy Rollins will lead off for the Phantoms here against Morgan Young, who is a starting pitcher for the Knights. They are both lefties. So against a left-handed batter, Young is a -4. Against a left-handed pitcher, Rollins is a 4. So it's equal on the confrontation roll. That is a pitcher's card. 8-3 is a ground out. And we just need to find out where that ground out went. 6. And went to the third baseman. So quick 5-3. Lefty versus lefty again. 3 against a -4 is a -1 on the roll. That is a 7, so that's a batter's card on Walker. 7-7 is a ground out. Now we have to find out where it went to. Ground out to 2, second baseman. 4-3. Again, we're playing this game at the pro level of the game. So if you see a plus sign next to a ground out, like we did for this last result, we're not going to take that into account for this gameplay function. That is the advanced or all-star level of the game, in which case you would find out where the fielder or what fielder got the ground ball, and then you could actually roll against that fielder's fielding rating to see if Walker actually reached base on an infield hit. But we're playing pro level. So McClure is up next. It's righty versus lefty pitcher. So Young against the right-handed batter is a -3. Left-handed pitcher, he is a 5, so it's a +2 on a confrontation roll. That is a batter's card. 2-2. It is a strikeout. McClure does not strike out a lot. So that's a big-time strikeout. So it's a 1-2-3 inning, and we go to the top of the second with Valenzuela leading off for the Knights. It's righty versus righty, so -2 on the confrontation roll. That brings it down to a pitcher's card. 9-1 is a flyout. To left field. Torres is up, righty versus righty. It's -3 on the pitcher's card. 5-4 is a strikeout. The shortstop, John Rowe, is up for the Knights. -1 on the roll. Pitcher's card. 3-2 is another strikeout. So Correa has 5 strikeouts in the game. You can see that his power rating is indeed a 5, so that is pretty strong power pitching ability. As a good indication as to why he is getting so many strikeouts in this game. All right, Glenn, the cleanup hitter for the Phantoms, is up. He's a right-handed batter. So Young against a right-handed batter is a -3. Against a left-handed pitcher, he's a 5, so it's a +2 on the confrontation roll. That is a pitcher's card. We have a 6-9, and that is going to be a base hit. So Glenn gets the first hit of the game. And I'll bring up Neil Millar. Neil Millar is a right-handed batter. He is a 4 against a left-handed pitcher. Young a -3, so it's a +1 on the roll. That is a 5 combined pitcher's card. 7-6 is a walk. So Millar reaches base, and it's first and second with nobody out, as Glenn moves to second on the walk. Stewart's up. Both lefties, -1 on the roll. That is a batter's card. An 8-9. Blue 8, red 9 is a double. So Stewart gets a double. That's going to bring around Glenn. Millar goes over to third. Now he is slower in speed than Stewart is, so I have no ability to chance going home. But Stewart does get a double with 1 RBI. And I have second and third with nobody out. Hicks is up. It is going to be -1 on the roll. That is a pitcher's card. 7-5 is a base hit. That scores Millar. Stewart will be going over to third. He is faster. I can chance going home. He's a lot faster. I am not going to throw the ball, because if I throw the ball home trying to get him out, Hicks will automatically go to second and take second base. Therefore, I'm going to let the runner score, and I'm going to hold Hicks to first base. It is going to give him a 2 RBI single for Jack Hicks. That is 3 runs scored against the pitcher. So due to the 3 runs scored against the pitcher, I do have to roll on his poise chart to see if he's rattled by this. It's an 8. He is not rattled. It's a 0 off of the poise chart. So I always like to keep track of that. It's no outcome, but I did roll. And we'll continue with Tucker and a man on first. Tucker is a switch hitter. He'll be hitting right-handed due to the lefty pitcher. So since he's hitting righty against a left-handed pitcher, it'll be a 3 and a -3, so it's equal on the roll. And as a batter's card, 7-6 is another base hit. Hicks is slower than Tucker. He won't be able to chance going to third, so it's first and second, nobody out. Phantoms seem to be on a roll right now. Hatfield is up. He is a righty, so it's a -3 against a 3, which is equal on the confrontation. It is a pitcher's card. 6-4 is a pop out. This will be the first out of the inning. Pop out to 1 is a pop out to the shortstop. As the first out, we go back up to the top of the order for the Phantoms as they're starting to really put some runs on the board here. Now, there is no ability to advance on a pop out. There's no tagging. The ball is too short to take any additional base. Rollins is up. It's a lefty versus lefty. It's equal on the roll. Batter's card. 8-5 is a base hit. Hicks is infinitely slower than Rollins. He stays to third. We now have bases loaded and 1 out with Walker up. So it is lefty versus lefty. It's a -1 on the roll. There's a pitcher's card. 8-9 is another base hit. That is going to score Hicks. Tucker, the catcher on second base, will advance to third. No farther than that. It is a 1 RBI single with 1 out. All right, we have McClure up. A righty batter against a lefty pitcher. A righty against Young, the left-handed pitcher, is a -3. Against a 5, it's a +2 on a roll. There's a pitcher's card. 3-2. There's a flyout to the right fielder. And we have Tucker on third base, who is a 3-speed. Bring Tucker out here. Tucker is a 3-speed on a right fielder. The right fielder's arm is a 5. So tagging home on the risk home chart, he has a 30% chance of getting safely. I'm going to do it because the Knights are up 4-0, and I kind of want to go over this. So we're going to roll. It's an 8. He is out. So the right fielder, Gabriel, shows off his arm and throws out Tucker, trying to advance on a flyout to right. So McClure ends the inning with a flyout. The Phantoms will start off the next inning with Glenn hitting. Now for the top of the third, we have Lyle Good, the center fielder for the Knights, leading off. Righty versus righty, it's -3 on the roll. There's a pitcher's card. 10-4 is a walk. So Good is on first base. Tucker has a decent arm for a catcher as a 4, so I'm not going to attempt to steal as they need some base runners to try and get some runs. Tucker is up. David Tucker for the Knights. And he is a switch hitter, so he'll be hitting lefty. So it's a -3 against a 3, which is equal on the confrontation roll. Batter's card. 5-1 is a strikeout. We now have Alcova, the leadoff hitter for the Knights. -2 on the roll. Pitcher's card. 8-8 is a base hit. So Alcova reaches first. Good, who is slower than Alcova, doesn't have the chance to risk it. He's going to stay at second. So we have first and second with 1 out. Gabriel is up. It is a -2 on the roll. There's a batter's card. 4-2 is a strikeout. This is a good strikeout game for Korea. That is strikeout number 7 already through not even 3 innings. Callahan is up. It's righty versus righty. It's a -1 on the roll. The batter's card. 9-4 is a flyout. We'll find out where that flyout went to. And it goes to center field. So the Knights go down. They do get a base hit, the first base hit of the game. And we'll have Glenn leading off for the Phantoms against Young. The righty versus lefty. It's a 5 against a -3, so it's a +2 on the roll. There's a pitcher's card. 6-1, a ground out. To 5 versus the second baseman. So 4-3. Righty versus lefty. To +1 on the roll. Pitcher's card. 9-2 is a ground out. To third base. Stewart. -4 against a 3. It's a -1 on a confrontation roll. Pitcher's card. 5-2 is a strikeout. So that concludes the 3rd inning. And we are going to the top of the 4th. All right, Garland is leading off for the Knights. We have a 5 against a -3, so it's +2 on the roll. There's going to be a batter's card. Have a 10-3 is a flyout to the right fielder. Valenzuela up, righty versus righty, -5, -3. So it's a -2 on the roll. There's a batter's card. 4-4 is a pop out to center field. We have righty versus righty, -3 on the roll. That be the pitcher card. 10-1 is a flyout to left field. All right, Young's still in the game. Hicks leading off for the Phantoms in the bottom of the 4th. It is going to be righty batter versus lefty pitcher. -3 against a +2, so it's a -1 on the roll. Batter's card. 8-1 is a flyout to left field. Tucker's hitting righty, so it's equal on the roll. Pitcher's card. 9-4. There's a pop out. To the second baseman. Hatfield is up. Equal on the roll. Batter's card. 8-6 is a situation. So if you see that star, that means we have a special situation going on. Now these charts are in progress of being reworked, but I do have the charts that I'm currently using for my league. It's one of the few times you'll actually have to use an external chart. So the way this works is we are going to roll on this matrix right here. That is an 8-2. So where it's going to be a special situation geared towards the first baseman. I'm going to go to the first baseman chart. And we are going to roll one die. It is a 2. First baseman chases foul pop fly into foul territory down the first base line. Dives near the fence. If roll plus a fielding rating is over 7, batter is out on a pop out to first base. First baseman is a 2 fielding, so we're going to go ahead and roll that. 2 plus 4 is 6. So the batter is not out. He will continue as at bat. No runners advance on the play. First baseman crashes into the fence on the play and suffers bruised ribs on the play. So we're going to roll for Callahan. Who's right here. We're going to use the recovery attribute because we're only playing the pro version. His recovery is a 2. The grade of injury is a 1. So grade 1 injury with a 2 recovery is this right here. We're going to roll one die. We get a 7. So he's going to be out for 4 games. 4 games. And also, if we look back at this, when he does recover, he's going to have a -1 on his left-handed and right-handed batting attributes for 10 games. So he's going to go into the injury list and not be able to return. And when he does return, he's going to have a -1 on both of these attributes, which is going to hamper his swing. So now we have to find a first baseman to take over for Callahan. Which will be Ed Cheney. We're just going to write him in real quick. That's really going to hurt the Knights lineup and their defense. He's only a 1 fielding on defense. And he will go in behind Gabriel. And we'll do that at bat over. So Hatfield is still up. It is a 3 against a -3, which is equal on the roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card. A 9-7 is a base hit. So Hatfield ends up getting a base hit out of it. Rollins is now up. Leadoff hitter for the Phantoms, lefty versus lefty. It's going to be equal on the roll. It's going to be a batter's card. 10-10. That is a big-time home run. So Rollins, a leadoff hitter, hits a home run with a man on. And the Phantoms take a 6-0 lead. That is another 3 runs scored on Young. We're going to have to roll on his poise chart once again. It's a 5. No change. So he's taking it like a champ. I don't know how much longer he's going to stay in, though. And Walker will be the next batter. It's going to be lefty versus lefty. It's a -1 on the roll. That's a batter's card. 9-1 is a flyout to the left fielder. And that does it for the Phantoms. So they score 2 runs on a 2-run blast by their leadoff hitter. All right, now leading off for the Knights, we have John Rowe, their shortstop. Righty versus righty, it's a -1 on the roll. Going to be a pitcher's card. 7-2 is a flyout. To the center fielder. Good is up. Righty versus righty, it's a -3 on the roll. Pitcher's card. 7-5 is a flyout. To the left fielder. Tucker is up, switch hitter, hitting lefty. It's going to be equal on the roll. There's a batter's card. 10-1 is a flyout to center field. And we have 2 consecutive 1-2-3 innings. That gives us possibly a positive outcome off of the poise chart. We're going to roll on his smiley face column right here and see if he gets an additional upgrade to his pitching. So we have a 7, and it is no change. So we'll just track that real quick. So we're going to head into the bottom of the 5th. Which Young, you'll notice, is a 4 stamina. So he's already gone through 4 innings. We're going to have to roll on his fatigue chart here to see if he incurs any decreases on his pitching ability. We get a 9. He gets a -2, which kind of makes sense with the amount of runs he's been giving up. Now, once you roll, if you decide not to take him out, you have to let him get at least 1 at-bat. So with a -2, he is now a -2, -1 against a batter. So it's a lefty versus righty. A -1 against a 5, so it's a +4 on a batter's card. +4 on the roll, which is a batter's card. 8-7 is a base hit. And I think that's going to do it for Young. We're going to take him out. And we're going to find somebody who can give us a few innings. We're going to go with Bowen here. He has 3 innings to give before he can decrease. So I'm just going to track his stuff. He's a left-handed pitcher. 3-2 against batting. 3 fielding, 1 arm. Good at holding base runners. All right. So with a man on first and nobody out, Glenn is up. It's going to be a +3 on the roll. Batter's card. 10-9. And that is a home run. Phantoms are really putting on a show here. That's a 2-run blast. Second home run in as many innings. This runner is going to be attributed to the first pitcher. All right. So now we have Moar up. As a righty versus lefty, it's a +2 on the roll. Pitcher's card. 7-3 is a ground out. To the shortstop. 6-3. Stewart is up. Plus, no, it's equal on the roll. Batter's card. 10-4. Another special situation. So we're going to take our book, got to do our roll. 2-1 is on the batter. We're going to roll 1 die. A 7. Batter hits weak ground ball down the third base line. Third baseman charges and makes a routine play to first as a batter falls to the ground almost as reaching first base. Trainer escorts a batter off the field and tests show a grade 3 tear of his patellar tendon. All runners advance 1 base. Well, there are no runners, so it is a 5-3. Stewart gets a grade 4 injury. He has a 4 recovery. So it's a 2. So he is out for 14 games. And you'll notice also his speed and fielding is affected since it is his knee. And he is going to be out speed 20 games by a -1 and fielding 10 games by -1. So now we have to find a replacement for Stewart, who is playing right field. Oh, that's my pitchers. It looks like we're going to have to do some movement here. We're going to move Miller over to right field, who's already in the lineup, but that decreases his fielding down to a 2. So we're going to need a left fielder, which is going to be Reese Davis, coming in to play left field in Stewart's spot. Just doing some of the record keeping here, putting down their stuff. And he'll go in. Stewart will come out. So that's a second out. We have Hicks now up. He's a 2 against a lefty. Bowen is a -2 against a righty, so it's equal on the roll. It's batter's card. 6-5 is a line out. To the third baseman. There we go to the top of the 6th. Alcova is leading off for the Knights. The Phantoms have a pretty good lead here. They are up 8-0. And Correa has eclipsed his 5 innings on his stamina, so we're going to have to roll on his fatigue chart. It's a 10. He has a -1. So he is now going to be a -2, -4. So that will be a -1 on the roll for Alcova. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 10-8. It's going to be a double, so Alcova gets a leadoff double in the 6th. Gabriel is up. Righty versus righty. It's a -1 on the roll. Pitcher's card. 5-3 is a K. He's struck out 3 times in this game so far. Cheney getting his first at-bat. He came in a minute and a half ago for Callahan, who got injured. He is a lefty, so it's a -2 against a 3, so it's a +1 on the roll. There's a batter's card. 4-1. And we have a possible error here. So we're going to roll again on the batter's card. It is a 10-1 on a flyout. Find out where the flyout went to. Our left fielder. Left fielder is now Davis, who came into the game when Stewart got injured. So we're going to get his card here. And we're going to roll left field. It is his primary position. So we're going to roll on the primary position error chart. It is a 5, and it is a 1 base error. So he does not come up with the flyout. It is going to be an E7. Alcova is much faster than Cheney. We're going to be able to chance going home. I'm not even going to try to make the throw. I'm going to allow him to score, being that the Phantoms are up by so much. That will keep Cheney at second base, reaching on the error. So the Knights have scored 1 run. They have 1 out, and Garland is now up. So we have lefty versus righty. It's a -3. It's a +2 on the roll. There's a pitcher's card. So it is 8-5 on a pitcher's card, which is a walk. So we have first and second now. Valenzuela, the catcher, is up. Righty versus righty. There's a -1 on the roll. There's a pitcher's card. 6-2 is a strikeout. So 2 outs now, first and second. And we have -2 on the roll. There's a batter's card on Torres. 5-2. There's a ground out. There are 2 outs, so don't need the double play here. Just going to find out where it went to, and it went to the shortstop. All right. Now the Phantoms are getting their bottom of the 6th. Tucker leading off. Switch hitter against the lefty, so he's hitting righty. It's going to be +1 on the roll. Batter's card. 10-5. There's a ground out. It's a shortstop. +1 on the roll. Batter's card. 8-5 is a flyout to the left fielder. Rollins is up. Lefty versus lefty. It's +1 on the roll. Pitcher's card. 10-6 is a walk. So Rollins reaches base. He's going to do what he does best, and we're going to see if he can steal. So he has a 5 jump against a 5 holding runner, so it's got to be a 6 or above on the roll. And it's not, so he is going to hold. So he does not get the jump. Walker is now up. He's a lefty. Well, it's a lefty versus lefty. It's equal on the roll. That is a batter's card. 10-6. See, blue 10, sorry. 10-6 is a base hit. There are 2 outs. So with the 2 outs, Rollins will automatically get the third. Because he is faster than Walker, we can also chance going home. So we're going to see what Walker hit that ball to. He hit it to right field. The right fielder's arm is a 5, so this should be interesting. So 5 arm going home is right here. He has a 50-50 shot of making it. It's a 7. He is thrown out. Gabriel with the arm throws out, I believe, his second runner of the game. 9-2, and that does it for the bottom of the 6th. Correa is now going into the 7th inning for him, so we're going to have to roll again, using now the 2 innings past his max innings column. There's going to be a 9. His a -2 now. So he has a -1 and a -2, which is -3. His left-handed batter attribute is -3, which brings it down to a 0, which means he needs to come out of the game. And we're going to bring in our new pitcher, who is McDonald. He is a lefty. He's very good against the left-handed batters, which there aren't many in the Knights, but he is a pretty strong pitcher, which is the reason why I brought him in. All right. Also, the Phantoms are up by quite a bit, so I didn't want to tax their ace relievers in a situation like this, just to save the bullpen a little bit. So we have Rowe leading off. He is a righty. It's going to be a +1 on the roll. There's a batter's card. 6-3 is a ground out to the pitcher, so it's a 1-3. Good is now up. -2 on the roll. There's going to be, it's going to be a +1 on the roll. Let me do that over. There's going to be a batter's card. 1-1 is a K. Tucker is now up. He'll be hitting right-handed. It's going to be a -1 on the roll. There's going to be a pitcher's card. 6-2 is a ground out. To the catcher, it's good old 2-3. All right, Bowen is still good to pitch. 5th inning will count as a full inning since he had 3 outs. And 6th, he is good for 3 innings. He's only pitched 2 as of yet. McClure is up. It's righty versus lefty, which is going to be a +3 on the roll. Pitcher's card. 2-1 is a strikeout. Glenn is up. He has a +3 on the roll, which is going to be a batter's card. 2-2 is a strikeout. +2 on the roll. Pitcher's card. 10-3 is a walk. So Millar reaches on a walk after a couple of strikeouts to start the inning. Davis is now up. Lefty versus lefty. It's a -1 on the roll. That brings it down to a pitcher's card. 8-7 is a base hit with 2 outs. Millar automatically goes to third since he is running. And we have Hicks up. Let's see. He is right-handed, so it's going to be equal on the roll. As a pitcher's card. 6-3 is a ground out to end the inning. That ground out is to shortstop. Now, we head to the top of the 8th. Alcova is up. McDonald has a max innings of 1. We are going to roll on him. It's a 10. It is a -1. So that is going to bring down his attributes to a -3, -1. Which, again, the Phantoms are up pretty substantially. I'm not going to stress it too much. So Alcova is a right-handed batter. It's a -1 +3. So it's a +2 on the roll, which is a pitcher's card. 8-7 is a base hit. They need some runners, so I'm not going to attempt to steal. Plus, Tucker has a pretty good arm behind the plate. Gabriel is now up, trying to redeem himself for 3 strikeouts in his first 3 at-bats. A -1 against a 4 is a +3 on the roll. That is going to be a batter's card. 10-7. Almost a home run. We got a base hit, though. Alcova can chance going to third. However, with nobody out, and they really need runners, I don't think I'm going to chance it. I'm going to let Cheney come up. There's going to be a -1 on the roll. Pitcher's card. 4-1 is a strikeout. And the reason I didn't try to advance is because of this guy, Joe Garland. Let's see if he could do something here in the clutch. So it's a -3 against a 4, so it's a +1 on the roll. We have a batter's card. 6-2, not good enough. That is going to be a flyout to the right fielder, who has a 4 arms, so we're not even going to try to advance the runner. So 2 away here. Valenzuela is up. It's a -1 against a 5. It's a +4 on the roll. That's a batter's card. 8-4 is a ground out. Let's see where it goes. To the shortstop. 6-3. All right, so now we head into the bottom of the 8th. Bowen has pitched 3 innings. He is a max 3. I am going to roll on him. See if he can continue. It's a 10, so it's a -1. So he is now a -2, -1. Tucker is up. He's batting righty, so it's a -1 against a 3. It's a +2 on the roll. That is a pitcher's card. 9-4 is a base hit for Tucker. Hatfield is up. +2 on the roll. That is a batter's card. 5-1 is a strikeout. So there's 1 away. It'll be a +2 on the roll. Lefty versus lefty. It's going to be a batter's card for Rollins. 8-2 is going to be a walk. So it's now first and second, 1 out with Walker up. Lefty versus lefty. It's going to be a +1 on the roll. Yep, +1 on the roll. We have batter's card. 10-2 is another walk. Probably should have taken him out, as we now have bases loaded. And I am going to take Bowen out of the game. Obviously is not pitching well. We'll put Rodriguez in. See if we can get out of this inning. He's a righty pitcher. 3-3. All right. So against McClure, against a righty-righty, it's going to be a +1 on the roll. That's a pitcher's card. 8-1 to ground out. To the third baseman. Third baseman is a 2. We'll try and get the double play on. He's a 4. I'm probably just going to get the out and allow the run to score. So the base runners are going to advance. I'd rather get the out than not get any outs. I have 2 outs now. Glenn is up. It's equal. Batter's card. 10-8 is a base hit with 2 outs. Rollins will score. He's automatically running. He can score as well as a 2 RBI single. And that increases the lead 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to 1. Which in my league is a mercy rule. We do play with a mercy rule, 10 runs and above, 5 innings or later. However, we're going to continue the game. Millar is up. It's going to be equal on the roll. The batter's card. 3-1 is K. And that does get them out of the inning. And that is the end of the 8th. We're going to go into the top of the ninth, and we're going to do a quick pitching change. McDonald only has one max inning. We're going to take him out. It's not a save opportunity, so I'm not going to bring in their closer, but I am going to bring in Howell, who is a pretty decent reliever. He's a righty. Pretty good against right-handed bats, which the Knights lineup has a lot of. And we're going to have Torres leading off. So Torres is a righty. Against a righty, it's a -2 on the roll. It's a pitcher's card. 6-2 is a ground out to shortstop. 6-3. Rowe is another righty. It's equal on the roll. Pitcher's card. 9-8 is a base hit, so Rowe gets a hit. With one away, that brings up Good, Wild Good, who is a righty as well. It's a -2 on the roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 10-3 is going to be a ground out. So we just have to see where this ground out is going. See if we want to chance the double play. The ground out is going to be going to the third baseman. Third baseman Hatfield is a 5, so we're going to go for that double play. So a 5 over to second on Rowe, and he is automatically out. No need to roll. So that's a 5-4. And the second baseman is a 4 on Good, who has some, has some speed, so he's got a 40% chance of getting there. And that is a 3. He does make it. So it's a fielder's choice, 5-4. So we have 2 away and a man on first with David Tucker up. He's going to be hitting lefty. So it's going to be equal on the roll. That is going to be a pitcher's card. 3-3 is a strikeout, and that is going to do it for the Knights. So the Phantoms put on an offensive slugfest and score 11. So they're going to win 11-1. The Knights will get the loss, 11-1. So a couple of highlights here. Rollins hit a home run. Glenn hit a home run, a big inning in the second, where they scored 4 runs against the starting pitcher. It looks like Glenn is the player of the game here. 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored, a home run, and he went 3 for 5 in the game. The Knights, on the other hand, a very weak outing for their offense. The lone highlight is Alcova, who went 3 for 4 with a double and a run scored. He did strike out once. Gabriel struck out 3 times. On the pitching side, Correa pitched a very good game. Going 7 innings, only allowing 1 run. He struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys. So it's a very good outing for him. On the Knights side, Young got pulled in the 5th inning, and he gave up 7 runs and a bunch of hits. So that is the second gameplay video for On Deck Baseball. I hope you enjoyed it. A very nice offensive game. Highlighted some injuries. Failed double play attempt. No stolen bases, it looks like, but a couple of home runs, which is always nice. And we'll do a little bit of tracking at the end of this video, or possibly on an additional video. So, hope you enjoyed the game, and look forward to doing more.